Oh, my mic is on. Let me test the audio here. Good morning, everyone. I'll be starting in just a few minutes. How is the audio? Do you hear me okay? I'm going to put this music back so there's at least a few more minutes left. Hold on. Here we go. Come on. All right. I'm muting my mic now. See you in a minute. The music's ending and I'm not ready. I'm gonna have to play another song, everyone. Give me a second. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good morning! And I know it's not the morning for most of you, but it is for me. It's not even that early, to be perfectly honest, although it is a Saturday, so it's a little early for a Saturday to be live streaming. Can you believe this train that comes on time now? It's like totally insane. That I do this thing every Saturday and at the same time, and you are here, all 0 of you, because my dashboard doesn't seem to work. Whew, I was madly working on getting something set up just now, which is kind of ridiculous that I didn't do anything else to prepare in the last like 10 minutes other than look for this file that I wanted to have. Wrong microphone? Oh. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, what microphone am I connected to? How strange. Hold on. Yeah, everyone. Hold on. Microphone. Oh, yeah. Oh, how annoying. So the microphone it's currently connected to is this thing over here. I have a separate webcam connected to the computer, and it's the mic right now. Oh, horrible sounds probably. So I need to do something with this. Nobody told me this during my sound check. Nobody told me this during my sound check. Okay, everybody. As you were. There we go. Oh, there we go. Why so loud? Test. Ooh, other way. Test. Okay, how we doing? Sorry about that, everybody. How's everybody doing? Is this better now? Is this the correct microphone? I will wait to hear from you. Don't switch this device. Yes, here we go. All right. Good morning. Let's try that again. I did not check to make sure the correct microphone was using. Instead, I did a variety of other things. For example, I got a new background for my computer here, which is my coding train friends all wearing their masks. Isn't that cute? All right. So today's a little bit perhaps different than what I ordinarily do in that I want to begin right off with a side project that I want to start working on. So usually I waste at least about 30 to 45 minutes of time putzing around and looking at community contributions and chatting with comments that are in the chat. Which is all stuff that I really enjoy doing and I hope that I will do today. But I have this idea for a project that I want to talk about and I need to gather some data for it. So I feel like I need to set the process in motion and thank you, Gary Tatum. My lights are blinking for you. Do you see that? Blink, blink. It's like I'm turning left. Oh, there. If I put my hand over here, you can really see the blinking. I need to gather some data, and that's going to take some time. Then I want to train a machine learning model, and that's going to take some time in the background. So I think I want to get that process started. And as that's going behind the scenes, then I can return to the chatting community contributions. And also, I have 2 open source projects that I really need to do some maintenance of. One is the live poll application that I've been working on in these Saturday live streams, and the other is an old-timey, old-fashioned processing Java library that needs an update to be released. So let's see if I can get those going. By the way, I took a shower right before I started live streaming, and my hair is a little bit wet. I feel like I look a little strange. Okay. Whew. I also like my dog got overly excited earlier this week and jumped up on me and knocked my glasses way off my face. And ever since, they've been a little bit wonky. So yesterday they like fell right off my face, but they seem like they're okay right now. Now I'm not seeing the YouTube chat, so here we go. All right, so let's talk about what this idea that I have is, and I've got to look for this. I definitely should have had this prepared. So just bear with me for a moment. Here, I found it already. That was like the fastest thing ever. So this is something I'm interested in. So I'm a internet, YouTube, science and education, general content fan, just like all of you, presumably. And one of the channels that I particularly enjoy is Tom Scott, a British YouTuber, not somebody that I know at all, but somebody that I watch their videos. Hugely popular. I'm actually like, I really love that. I think that Tom has this new like game show. I forgot what it's called, which is really fun. And I would say like a dream of mine would be to be on the game show, but I would do so poorly on it that I really don't want to. But he does something every year, which is takes a break in January, which I tend to do that if I'm doing that in August, and invite guests over. And looking for YouTube creators who want to make an original video to sit on my channel, standing in for me, previous batches of guest videos, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know that I'm actually the right person for this. I think that, on the one hand, I am a small little speck in the universe, but I do have already quite a large subscriber base on YouTube. So I'm not really necessarily suggesting that I actually should fill out the application for this, although I might. But I had an idea in particular because of what I'm teaching in my course next week. So my NYU course is a course called Introduction to Machine Learning for the Arts. And a tool, and I think I'm logged out of it now. Because I changed how I was signed in. I'm totally logged out. I'm gonna have to reset my password. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. One of the tools that I'm using in my course next week is this service, web application called RunwayML. This is actually a company that I'm an advisor for. It was started and founded by former students of mine at NYU. So I do have a relationship here that I think is important to disclose. This, unlike most of the stuff that I use on the channel, is a paid service, though I typically have been able to get like coupon codes for people, and I think you get a certain amount of free credits just for signing up. So this is not a sponsored segment or anything, but anyway, the reason why I'm using it in my course, it allows you to run a lot of fairly sophisticated machine learning models in the cloud with your own data and then get results. So I had this idea that what if my guest video, my idea for a Tom Scott guest video is, and this is sort of like clickbaity headline, this Tom Scott video was entirely generated by AI or something like that. So what I wanted to start with today is download all of the transcripts for all of his videos and start training a machine learning model to generate a new script. Then I would practice my Tom Scott imitation, which is, I'm sure I've never practiced or tried before, which will be inevitably terrible. And then there are also some machine learning models that would allow me to sort of puppeteer a Tom Scott avatar. And I don't want to do this in any particular like accurate or realistic deep fake sense. Like I want this to look sort of ridiculous and bad and just be like fun. So I wanted to get started on sort of figuring that out. So, and I'm going to need your help. And if this goes well, or this seems interesting to anyone, maybe I will actually do it as a pitch. Maybe I'll just make it as my own video, although I think I think it's even questionable if I'm using Tom Scott transcripts and his likeness even in this live stream. I think maybe there's I'm not a legal expert here, but I think I might be in the clear, like just in sort of partially. But I certainly wouldn't release a video on a sort of like edited, produced video on my channel that's a sort of Tom Scott creation without thinking that through a little bit more. Although I know people have done their own. Anyway, I'm off track here. Let's get all the transcripts. All right. So how do I do that? I think a tool, and I could use the YouTube API, but I'm pretty sure that this tool that I've used quite a bit, called YouTube DL. Ooh, what? What? This is like, oh, I didn't get the sound effect that I want. I use this all the time. How is this not even here? Hold on, let's see. Do I have this installed at least? Yeah, I have it installed. So what I would like to look at the documentation, because I'm pretty sure with this command line tool called YouTube DL, I can download caption files from YouTube. But what happened to the website for this? Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't look at these news articles. RIAA Blitz. 16 hours ago? This happened like yesterday? What? I don't have any of my sound effects that I usually use. This really needs this one. Let's try that again. This is crazy. Breaking news on the coding train. YouTube DL downloading software that I built my whole idea around for this Saturday has been removed from GitHub by RIAA takedown notice. What is the RIAA? Recording Industry Association of America. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. The good news is here, guess who still has YouTube DL installed on their computer? So I assume it still works. Like they can take down the GitHub repo. But I don't remember any of the commands. I was going to look up the documentation. All right, so this should be interesting. Let's use it anyway. Oh boy, am I going to be in trouble here? This is not a sponsored live stream today, so at least I don't have to worry about it from that angle. I'm just here on my own. I take full responsibility for whatever I do today. Okay, so let's see. YouTube -DL -help. All right. I want to get captions, subtitles. So this is what I want. All subs. List of all available subtitles for the video. Download all the available subtitles of the video. Write automatically generated subtitle file. No, write subtitle file. So I think I want all subs. I think that's what I want. Okay. And now let's see what, and then oh, you rascal flats! You're really in it for me, aren't you? Amazing. So let's look for Tom Scott here. We need to get the channel ID, I believe. Oh, you know what we need, I think? And by the way, I have documented this in my, hold on, I think if I go to actually the coding train YouTube, and the whoops video, which usually is right on the home page. Whoops. Coding train. There we go. This is it. I believe in yeah, so here this there we go. Thank you very much. These are, just want to see, what is this? I had this in order to make this particular video. I was able to I had to download all the subtitles for it. So hold on. So I just want to see what this link is, because I think I need the playlist for all video. No, I can just do the channel. Okay, I can do the full channel URL. -F22 write auto sub. So I need Tom Scott's channel ID, which is this. Then I would say all subs. Let's try all subs. YouTube-DL all. What did I say it was? No, then, okay. -F22. What is that? Oh, that's downloading all the videos. I don't want that. I don't want to download the videos. Oh, and sorry that you can't see this. This channel. A all subs. Was that what it was? I can never remember. Anything that I look at 2 seconds ago. All subs. All right, let's try this. Oh, wait. You should figure out where am I? I'm just going to download this to whatever directory I'm in. So let's go to the desktop. And let's make a directory called Tom Scott. And now let's try this again. Let's see what happens. Okay. Uh-oh. That seems bad. Oh, my whole plan is shattered. So Tassin is pointing out that I'm not subbed. I'm not logged into my actual YouTube account that I use. I'm logged into some arbitrary account that's associated with my daniel@thecodingtrain.com email. But I suppose I will click subscribe and the bell just to help everybody settle down. But why did this not work? Downloading playlist, downloading page 1. Anybody know what this error is? Darn. I guess I could go back to using the YouTube API. You can use the TLDR command line tool to help you get the most common commands for YouTube DL. That is useful information, says Dan Granger, or Danger Anger. I like it. Oh, hi, Dan Granger. I don't know if your name is Dan Granger or Danger Anger. I have to update YouTube DL. I don't think that's possible. All right, I guess I could make use of the community here to try to download them for me, or I could use the YouTube API. Oh, I don't know what to do. Let's just out of curiosity. I think it's failing, by the way, not in downloading the subtitles. It's failing before that. Yeah, so this is just going to be gone. Look at this. Look at this. Marcos is asking, what am I trying to do? I just want to download all of the subtitle files for every Tom Scott video. So let's see. Let's go to YouTube API. I've used the YouTube API before. Download captions or subtitles. I don't know what to look for. Okay. So this is what I should do. I can just download the captions for a particular video ID, it looks like. People are giving me all sorts of suggestions. So one of the things that's really tricky to do while I'm live streaming is try a bunch of different download archive. I could try that. Try a bunch of different strategies for getting this to work. I think I might need to just put YouTube DL aside, but there are 391 people watching this right now. You know, if I'm being honest, probably like at least 50% of those people, if not a much higher number, are not paying attention. But thank you for having this live stream open in your browser. If you could try, if any of you could try this yourself, and if you have a technique that works, post it in the chat, and I'll keep a look at the member chat. Maybe people can sort of vet those a little bit and bring it over into the member Discord. Okay, but I think I worked with the YouTube API. Now, is it possible when I did this last, I don't remember when, that there's like a folder on my desktop that still is for the YouTube API test. What's the chance that this folder is going to work for me? All right, let's take a look. This is promising. This is much more promising than I thought. I would think I was doing something with like reading the chat messages and like changing the color of the lights, which is like insane when you think about it. Okay, so let's open up a new window and go to desktop YouTube API test, and let's take a look at this code. So it looks like I've got a file here that has all my client secret information in it, which is good. I'm not going to open that up. And then I'm going to be logging in, authorizing myself, get new token, store token, all that stuff, do stuff. This must be the... Oh, okay. This is great. This must be... this is a way of getting all the videos from a particular channel. Is this the code that I wrote before? Or it's just an example? Let's try running it. Let's see what happens. Ah! No! Do I have to like do some kind of weird authentication thing first? Like, okay. What did I do before when I did this? Read file client secret. Then authorize. Oh yeah, it's supposed to like open up a URL. Yeah, get new token. I think I need to get new token. Token path. I feel like this should work, but maybe I need to delete. I need to delete this YouTube. What's the token directory? Credentials. Ah, okay. I think I need to get new credentials. Got it. Got it. Okay. I think I know what to do here. Okay. Now where YouTube API test. There should be a folder. No, called .credentials. All right, hold on. Let's look at this. Console.log token directory. Where is this? Okay, user coding train .credentials. So let's go to open users coding train .credentials. And let's get rid of this. There we go. I just need to get rid of that, I think, to re-authenticate. Authorized by visiting this URL. Okay, this is promising. Can I do this with my coding train test account? Why did that? Oh. Okay, that seemed to work. I don't have a code. Hold on. I gotta go back to this view for a second here. Enter the code. I think I might need to be logged in. Hold on. Let's see. Shoot. That seemed like it was working. Let's try a different account. No, hold on. Please hold. No. No. Oh, I'm going to get sweaty here. I do not need OAuth to get... Okay. Oh, wait. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news from Marcos. This, we have a YouTube command that might actually work. Okay. Let's try this. But hold on, I want to fix something here because there's an issue happening on this computer that I think is important for me to fix. I'm going to sign out of all accounts because I thought I did something smart by changing the way I'm logged into various things on this computer, and I kind of messed up. All right, so hold on. Here I come. I'm coming back. Now, here we are. Marcos says, YouTube -DL -all -subs skip download. That I definitely wanted. And then, whoops. I want Tom Scott's channel. Which I will get by going back to here. Ah! So what's wrong with my version? So why is this not working for me? I mean, you used a different URL for the channel, but I really don't think that's the reason. Let's try that. I think just my YouTube download is like broken. It's like an older version or something. Is it ENYA? Let's try this. Yeah, so something's wrong with my, should it be using Python 3 or something like that? So Marcos, I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust that yours worked. Maybe what you could do is just zip all those up into a file, a file for me and post it in Discord, and I will grab it. Since this has been such a remarkable failure to start with. That's an interesting question. Hendrik asked, let's try something. Let's see if it's gone from pip. This is an interesting, and let me create a, let me just see what's going on here. Okay. Let's see, let's try, I'm just going to create a virtual environment. Is that not how you create a virtual environment? Oh, maybe it's just like -m. No. How do you do VNV? Virtual environment with Python 3. Let's see. Python 3 -m VNV. Okay. Python 3 -VNV. No, -m VENV. Let's just try creating a virtual environment. And then this is something I have a video about, which I like to use. And then now I could do pip Python. Just see what version am I and which Python. Great, it's in my, okay, I've got a sort of standalone virtual environment with Python. So I should be able to say, yeah, pip install YouTube -DL. Aha! It's still available. Okay. That's a good to know. And now I think, oops, okay. It's like looking at some other commands I was writing. So let's do upgrade, pip install upgrade. Ah, okay. I could have just done that. So now let me go back. I got to scroll up here and say YouTube -DL all subs skip download and the channel. Certificate verify failed. Okay. User NYay. What is going on? What is that? That is the craziest error message. Oh, I'm not visible. Okay, thank you. I didn't realize that. Thank you for updating me there. All right, let's try. How do I exit the virtual environment? So I could do, let's try with that upgrading, a sudo, well, I don't know, a pip install. So which Python am I running right now? This should be 2.7. Yeah. Pip install upgrade YouTube DL. Whoops. Pip not found. This is so insane. Do React videos. No check certificate. Okay, okay. No, Chris Manning says no check certificate. Oh, why am I in here? Source. Wait. Okay, so now I've got that. Now, okay, what's your, yeah, okay, what was the command that I did? Skip download, and also no dash check certificate. Ah! Mwah! Thank you very much, everybody. All right, so now that this is going, oh my God, let's go take a look at the next element of this. So I'm going to go back to Runway, and I'm going to log in, and unfortunately I'm going to have to reset my password because I did something very silly. So let me go back to my camera here, and just give me a moment to do this. I'm resetting my password. Okay, I have been emailed. Oh no! Remove an account. There we go. No! I cannot use a computer. Okay. So I'm being told that this command is downloading all languages. Try to add sublang en. And let's see if that helps at all. Like, so first of all, oh, and I didn't even put it in a directory, which is kind of insane. So let's, what? Where am I? Okay, hold on. Let's try this again with just, it's fine. I could filter out just for the English ones. Right? It looks like it's doing all the English ones first. Anyway, well, I already stopped it. So, so also let's make another directory here. And let's go into that directory. Oh, you don't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, I'm doing so poorly today. This is the worst. Now you're saying to also add dash sublang en. All right, we'll try this. Yeah, this looks like maybe it's doing just the English ones. Okay, perfect. All right, we've got this going, everybody. Got it. Okay, now back to this because I'm trying to get into Runway on a separate account. And I have to go look at my password manager. And type in a very long, elaborate password, which is 5RX A 9. By the way, I'm just making up characters that aren't actually the password, but it's too hard to do that. So let me actually just put in the password. I should probably like mute my mic so you can't pick up my password from the keyboard. Reset my password. Beautiful. Reset my password. Let us make a ridiculously easy to hack password, and I will change it later. The password you've chosen is too weak. Passwords don't match. All right, fine. I'll use the suggested password. I'm totally going to have to reset this again. Did you save it? I hope you saved it. Yes, password saved in my Google account. Okay. This is ridiculous. All right, sure, fine, save. Okay. All right, now, here I am. Oh, I'm not logged in. Okay, but it's saved here in Google, and now I will log in. All right, here we are in Runway. So I want to attempt now to see if I can puppeteer while it's while it's downloading all the subtitle files. I want to see. I'm going to browse models here. I think I want to go to this like the model that I want to try. I think I want to try this first order motion model for image animation. So basically I will get a photo of Tom Scott and I will attempt to use my face and my mouth to puppeteer that image of Tom Scott. So let's try, let's add this to our workspace. Call this the Tom Scott workspace. And so the driving image, this is the source to use with the first order motion model. The source image. So which one is which? Right? Which one is, there's the driving image. The driving image is me because I'm driving the Tom Scott virtual car. So the source image should be Tom Scott. And all apologies to Tom Scott, who is not, I think this one looks pretty, like this looks like the photo that I feel most familiar with. It's 400 by 400. This is excellent. Let's go to desktop and our Tom Scott folder. This is not creepy at all that I'm doing this. And now we're going to choose our input source file. And we're going to grab this here and put it here. Okay. There we go. Now let's try camera. And I'm going to allow it to use my camera. Ah! It's picking my Open Broadcast Studio virtual camera. Shoot. How can I fix that? Runway. Bug report to RunwayML. Everybody tweet at RunwayML. Prathamesh says, I really don't think doing this without his consent is a good idea. Yeah, so don't worry. I'm not going to go too far with this. If I went really far with this, I agree. But I'm just experimenting with RunwayML. And I think it's okay. Decided. I've decided that. All right, let's try. Let's try. What am I looking for? I'm wondering. I'm not so confident in my thoughts there at all. Not even close. But I'm looking for. Oh yes. So I think if I go to Chrome settings, and I'm gonna just hide my computer again for a second, and I go to camera, and I switch the default camera to how do I switch the default camera? I've done this so many times. Hold on, camera, let's look for this again. Camera. Site settings, control what information sites can use, to results, camera, and I want, switch to FaceTime camera. And let's refresh this page. There we go. So let's run this model to see if this even works. This will take, you don't see it now. I've got the camera up. Use a face from thispersondoesnotexist.com if you must. These are very good points that people are raising, and I think I do need to sort of think this through. Let's go to this person does not exist. Okay, okay. These are StyleGAN generated. Oh, this is so insane. This is freaking me out, and you don't see me. Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. I can't. This is like... These aren't actual people. Well, let's see if this is working at all. Okay. So we're getting something here. This could possibly work. All right, I'm going to put this away. And now I'm going to... yeah, I think today is hard. Did I go back to looking at community contributions? 2020 Dan do a picture with 2010 Dan. That's an interesting idea. Let's see how we're doing with downloading the transcripts. Oh, it looks like I didn't get only English. Because I'm definitely getting all the other languages. I'm on video 262. Let's get a different image. I think that I have gone far enough. I guess my thinking was that these examples are always shown with celebrity faces, and that there is an element of use in a sort of like creative experiment in a playful way of a public figure's image that is reasonable to do, and I'm questioning that right now. I certainly would never use like a viewer's image, but now I'm kind of questioning that, and I think maybe I will see if I can get a Tom Scott lookalike. How many times do I have to refresh this page to get a Tom Scott lookalike? This close enough. Close enough. Let's save this image as fake Tom Scott. It doesn't look anything like Tom Scott at all. And whoops, let's go back to Runway. And let's go back. Where's my workspace? And let's get a different file. So I know I could do this, and if I'm going, the idea was just to sort of proof of concept the idea. So let's grab a different file. How do I upload file? And we're going to go to desktop, fake Tom Scott, which is not even anywhere close to real Tom Scott. Tom Scott did invite people to make their own video of him. Right. Someone's already beaten me to this idea. Well. Whoops, what am I doing here? Okay, so now maybe I'm in fair game. Fair. I should go back to my live poll thing. Anyway, I want to get the captions. Oh, we're on 307. All right, let's take a moment to have a breath. You know what we need to do? Everything is going awry in my head, and I feel like I'm having a very hard time with this live stream. I know it. We all know what that means. It is time to center ourselves. Take a moment to read some random numbers. All right. I need to get back to Discord. Give me a second here. Now, if you're not familiar, Coding Train has a community Discord. I highly encourage you to sign up. I'm going to press this button here, which will post a link to the Discord to the chat. Sorry, I'm reading the chat and thinking about 20 million different things. And one of the things that I do now in the Discord is links to things that I'm using. I will paste here into this channel under live. You can see schedule is where, by the way, I post updates for when the next live stream will happen. And links is where I post links of things that I am referencing during a live stream. So I can now recall that the last time I read from my random number book, which I hope to eventually get through the entire book. I don't know how much hair I will have left, how much gray hair I will have. I have a feeling... Oh, I can't believe I posted this to the wrong channel. This, by the way, was supposed to go into the supporter live chat channel, which you can see over here, but somehow I posted it there. So thank you for reacting. And I'm going to go to row 8, column 5. And I can never remember this. Am I posting the last number I read or the number I finished on, which is the same thing? Am I posting the next number I'm supposed to read, or the number I finished on? All right, so it is row 8, column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be safe, I will read this number again. $57,548. 28,468. Let's take a look and see how the download is going. Can I read these numbers until I get to 5? Oh my god. We should train the model to generate French language scripts of a Tom Scott video. Yes, 28,468, 28,709, 83,491, 25,624, 88,685, 40,200. Oh, I went to the wrong line again. I can't do anything right today. Oh, this is the worst. Everybody, just be nice and kind to your friends and neighbors, because everybody's going through hard times in all different ways. I'm trying this again. 57,548, 28,468, 28,709, 83,491, 25,624, 73,796, 45,753, 3,529, 64,778, 35,808, 34,282, 60,935, 20,344, 35,273, 88,435, 98,520, 70,767. Yeah. I have no idea what number I just read. Ah, there he is. 70,767 is where we finish. All right. So I finished on row 10, column 2. The next, I'm going to post the next number to read. I'm always going to post the next number to read. And somebody remind me of this next time. Row 10, column 2. Row 10, column 2. Next random number. Oh, and I wrote it there in the message. Next random number. I am the worst. I can't do anything right. Row 10, column 2. And thank you for all your heart emoji reactions. This is like the nicest thing ever. Yeah, random numbers usually hits me in the feels too. So Simon is telling me that maybe there's a lot of extra junk Tom Scott videos that are like before he started making so-called Tom Scott videos that I might be downloading transcripts for. I'm definitely gonna have to clean all those things up. All right, let's take a look at the wheel. Now, do I have pinned messages? Oh, I pinned this one. So I think something that would be great for me to, oh, well, maybe I have it in under useful links, perhaps? No. Well, I'm gonna get the link to the coding train wheel. Cole says I'm going to just keep this on in the background while I do my homework. You might want to turn this off while you do your homework, but if it helps you, then I'm thrilled. What was I doing now? I was going to the wheel. Yes. We're going to look at some community contributions. That'll be a nice little break here for a second. And I need to do that, I need to go to github.com coding train website, I believe. And then go to issues. And I scroll down and find the wheel link. And I grab this. I'm not logged into GitHub right now. Let's put this in here. Wheel link. Oh, but there's a new one. The new one from Hans, I think, or Peter. I can't remember the name. Oh boy. So there was a new one that was contributed. So let me find that one. Oh, and I think, oh right, I forgot about the. I'm such a dummy. I forgot about our Coding Train Discord bot, which is created by DisStreamBot, which is a whole thing you should go check out. Somebody please post a link to that in the chat. David already typed it in for me. I was going to do an exciting moment here. If you type !wheel, the link to the wheel will come up. I don't even need to pin this post. Because, now David pinned it. Wow, there's like a magical human being who's just like doing stuff behind the scenes. This is amazing. Let's click on this. And totally forgot about this. That now we see we've got a random selection of coding train community contributions. So I don't know which one I'm sort of feeling like I hope I see. They all look like wonderful things. So let's spin this wheel. See what we get. Smart rockets in logo. All right, let's take a look at this. So what is this based off of? Oh, this is based off of the this is based off of the original challenge Smart Rockets. Okay. Let's take a look here. And okay, sorry, I'm getting some direct messages and pop-ups are coming, and so I really should turn those things off because it really disrupts my my live streaming flow. So this was a challenge. Oh, this is great. This is this isn't great. My challenge was great. Isn't it great? Everything's great. I'm great. You're great. We're great. This is great. Nothing's wrong. Everything's going perfectly today. This is exactly what I always meant to be doing when I live stream. This is great because this is relevant to something that's on my mind, which is to get back to the nature of code video tutorials. So Smart Rockets being an example that sort of brings together a whole lot of concepts with sort of physics and motion simulation and genetic algorithms and evolving behaviors. And so let's take a look at this version of Smart Rockets in Logo by Sam Lee. Whoa. Okay. What is Limo Logo? So I'm confused because this looks like JavaScript to me. And why is it giving me this ad? But is the idea that I'm kind of confused. This is beautiful. So I love this design. I love the colors. I love that this is on CodePen. Is Limo logo something that I don't know about? I take major issue with the HTML comment. I'll just update that. Something more accurate. But what am I looking at here? This looks like my example. The design is different. There's some new variable names I don't recognize. I wonder if this is using more like native JavaScript. There's like some fancy CSS going on. This looks like it's using P5. What is the logo aspect of this? I'm curious. All right, let's see. I'm curious to Google Limo logo. Huh. Nothing seems to like pop up. I don't really know what's going on here. I'm curious. Are you there, Sam Lee? It's me, Dan Schiffman, your friendly neighbor human being. I would like to understand what it is you did here. Kobe writes in the chat, David and I were looking at that sketch for an hour when we went through the contributions. Couldn't find it either. All right. Well, I really appreciate your contribution. I really like this sort of like new idea for this design. Thank you. We will move on. Wait, we're going to ring the bell for Sam Lee and their wonderful contribution. Okay. Now close and let's see if we can get another one. Peeking in Pi with your pitch. Ooh, this is exciting. Arnav! I recognize Arnav's name. I believe Arnav. Anyone know Arnav's is the DNA array maybe made with logo commands? Asks Mini Jimmy. That sounds quite likely. So maybe somebody could check on that and let me know. So I'm excited to see Arnav's name here. I think this is the Arnav that I recognize who is a Coding Train member and supporter. And I recall, it was a simpler time when it was Pi Day in March 2020. That was the last coding challenge I actually recorded. The one is coming out actually, but I got to get back into the rhythm of those. But anyway, Peeking Inside Pi was a coding challenge I did to investigate how to search for a given sequence of digits inside of, I think I looked at 1 million digits of pi. I can't remember how many. Maybe it was more than that. And so let's see what Arnav has done with your pitch. Am I going to have to sing, Arnav? It appears that I am going to. The model listens for a pitch every second and will add it to the search. It is being mapped between 0 and 9. You can clear it too. I assume I have to click start. Wants to use my microphone, I will allow it. La 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 la. Oh, I am also crying. I am crying because I am singing. And I am crying because the number doesn't appear in pi. La 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 la. By the way, I want a button, Arnav. If I could make a feature request, is that an approach? First of all, this is fantastic. Like, what a wild and weird idea. And it's kind of quite fun to play around with. First of all, for me to attempt to sing to like generate a particular number. Now, you might, I could also imagine working this out as a system where it might actually be showing me what note I'm singing and what frequency and if I'm in tune or out of tune or trying to like sing a particular song. All sorts of possibility interaction wise. But I would love a pause button here because there doesn't seem to be a way for me to pause and like get a particular number and search for it. But this is such a creative idea. I also just love the sort of like messaging here, like as if I'm talking to this web application that's really, really looking for those numbers. And it's very sad and crying the moment it doesn't appear. Kustjan Vekman, I have to say Kustjan's name by doing this. writes, fun fact, it is unknown if pi is a normal number or not. Fun fact. I would say a very fun fact. There are, by the way, and also, what's more fun than facts? How are my, we finished downloading! Is this the music to play? Look, we have now downloaded. Thank you, Arnav. That was incredible. Let's look at one more, though. Let's look at one more community contribution. Whoa. Spin that wheel. Raycasting. I assume this is a misspelling of Raycasting with Pygame. Pygame. This is not something I know. Let's take a look. So this looks like it's based off of the Raycasting coding challenge. Another simpler, different time. And contributed by Nate. Thank you, Nate, for your contribution. And let's take a look at your Raycasting with Pygame. And look at this. We're here on YouTube. We're seeing a screen capture. So this is this I love. I love to see if you work with one of the examples or coding challenges in a different coding environment that doesn't run in the browser. If you do a screen capture, record it as a video, upload it, that's a really great way to share your contribution. We can see here, this is wonderful, that our friend Coding Train Passenger Mesnak has uploaded their code to GitHub. It looks like there's not been a takedown notice on this GitHub repo. And we can see here what this looks like. I'm not really a Python programmer, but I love that there's this, like we can see this particle class. And I don't know, is it called a class? Yes, class Ray. Oh, this is the Ray class. Pygame. What I'm curious about is looking actually maybe at raycast.py, because I'm assuming this is sort of like the main program, and I'm just curious to see like what does it look like relative to p5. So I see screen.fill must be like background, p.update, and the screen is passed. So if you take the screen, what is the screen? The screen is a display. So this is not too dissimilar from processing and P5.js in that there's this idea of a canvas, or in this case, a display or a screen. And then there's, looks like we have these different classes and separate files with, now, vector2, where does that come from? From a Python math library. So that's good to see, just like P5 vector or P vector in processing. We have a vector class. And then when drawing, you get the screen. What does this mean? I don't know about this in Python. pg.display screen colon. What does that mean? Are we pulling out a property of the screen object? Oh, and Arnav is replying in the chat. Arnav is here. Hi, Arnav. Oh, I'm so glad we saw your contribution and you're here. And Arnav agrees that a pause button is a good idea. So this is interesting for me to see, and I'm not really much of a Python programmer myself. So this is something I would like to learn about. Like, what does the colon mean in Python? The colon symbol is used for more than one purpose. Slice operator. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's what's happening here. List index. So it must be kind of like looking up a property or something. Type hint. Type hints, says Melvin and Joe. Thank you. What is a type hint in Python? I guess, it's telling me formal solution to statically indicate the type of a value. So it's kind of like if you, for people who like TypeScript instead of JavaScript, if you want to use TypeScript for a project because you want strong typing, it's a way of having a little bit more of strong typing in Python, perhaps. All right, great. Thank you for that explanation and all this wonderful stuff. Now, it is time to return to our project that I have all sorts of confusing mixed feelings about. But I think right now, just training a machine learning model with the captions is a fine and okay place for me to a road for me to go down. So let's take a look here at this folder. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to eliminate all of the non.en files. There's got to be some. So I could do my sort of plan was to just do all this in Node because I know how to use Node, and I could get a directory listing of all the files. Let's just do it in Node. I'm sure there's some like bash console shell script I could write to like process these files, but let's do this in Node. By the way, so whenever I start talking about Node.js, what always pops into my head is working with Node. Working with Node. I don't know. Does anybody know why that pops into my head? Working with Node. I'll tell you why. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. If I go to the Coding Train website and I go to more and I go to workflow, I have this video called Workflow Node where I cover a bit about how I use Node.js and global packages as part of the workflow. And I'm often sending this to people. And when I'm finding it, it auto plays. And the very beginning of this video is working with Node. Oh, we're almost done. So the other thing that I do, working with Node. Oh, working with Node. The other thing that I do is all right, now here we go. Let's close out a bunch of these windows. Thank you for all of the community contribution stuff. This I think it's let's close that up. Okay. And what do I've got? What do I have in here? I have a virtual environment, which this is just going to delete that virtual environment. It was sort of, I'm going to put it separately on the desktop because this is where my Node project will be. And I'm going to say npm init, my Tom Scott project. And I think I can exit that virtual environment, and let's open up here. No, and let's close this. I don't need to work with the YouTube API anymore. Oh, this is the wrong. Help! Help, everyone! I do not know how to do anything on the computer. I know what the problem is. This font needs to be bigger. That's going to make everything excellent. Okay. Now let's take a look here. And let us make a index.js file. And the first thing I want to do is use the Node file system package. And let's look at the documentation for this. This I'm going to use to read the subtitles directory and get all of the file names. So I think I can just say read directory. And I would love to promisify this. I love that promisify is a word. I wish I could promisify things in my life. I'm going to promisify this mug. Mug, you are now promisified. Promise me something. You've resolved the fact that I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep because you are coffee. I need to make some more coffee. It's empty. It broke its promise to me. Read directory sync and path. So I believe if I say files equals fs read directory sync, and I say subtitles, I think I'm going to get just a big array of all the file names. Yep, so I've got a big array of all of the file names. And I want to look for only files that have .en in them. Am I okay with .en-gb? I think I am. So how do I look for this? I need a regular expression. Let's run some test regular expression code. So let's say I want to have let's just do a regular expression that is looking for an actual dot followed by en. I mean, that seems like all I need to do, right? That's my regular expression. regex.test hello. False. True. True. So I think this is going to work. Is there any way this could go wrong? Yeah, so I think this will work. let's bring this into my code. Oops. Well, I don't need to. So I'm going to use this regular. If you don't know what a regular expression is, by the way, I do have a whole set of videos. Where's the pop-up showing the preview of my video? It doesn't happen unless I work with a video editor who puts it in after the fact. Yeah, so now, first Simon is reminding me about the data cleaning. How can I put regex on? So now I'm going to say let file of files. If file regex dot test file. This is if it's valid. Oh, I could do like some kind of like filtering of the array, can I? This should be fun. Let's just first see. So it looks like I'm getting hopefully only the English ones. That's good. So can I filter? Filter the array? So how do I do that? Files.filter the file. And filter, you want to say the thing that's true. Like, will this give me all the English ones or all the non-English ones? So filter is a higher order array function, which allows me to keep or get rid of elements of the array where a certain function returns true. And I cannot remember which is which. So let's just try it. It's just test, not tests. So it looks like whatever I did kept all of the non-English ones. So I could say not. That's a way that I could do it. And nope. Oh, I have to reset the array. Actually, no. It's not actually adjusting the array. It's creating a new array with the filtered, with that filter. Assignment to a constant. So let's just call this like English VTT. And this is all of the other ones. So we're going to get rid of my not. My instinct was right. It's keeping the ones that are true. And there we go. There are, I'm just curious, how many are there? No. Oh, wait, I forgot that this is. There are how many English ones? 573 files. This is not going to be a lot of... I'm sorry, people are saying, should I make a backup of the files? I'm not actually going to rewrite any of the files right now. It would be good to keep a backup of them, though. Not a bad idea. So now what I want to do is I just want to I want to look at what one of these files looks like. So let's look at the first one. And Simon is telling me some of them might not have useful information in them, but let's just see. So is this you? Life, Logging, Privacy, and Scandal by Tom Scott at Electromagnetic Field. Let's first take a look at what this video is. So this is like a talk, presumably, from September 4th, 2012.
That's recording on that camera.
Lovely. Is that you can say to
Wow, this is like looking at one of my old videos.
Talking about here. Which brings us back to Jason Stewart. Jason is a member of Cheshire.
Let's look at the...
for his old alumni of his public school. Runs on Disco, a fairly popular community framework that unfortunately has some fairly major security flaws, including one that allows
that unfortunately has some fairly major security flaws. All right, my imitations, I think I could maybe do an imitation. I might be able to do it. All right, let's take a look here. Let's look at this file. So let's now go into subtitles and let's look at this one. So now the next thing that I need to do is I need to turn this into a transcript. So I'm going to need to read each file, get rid of all the time codes, and then join. So this is going to be no problem. I've got an idea for exactly how to do this. So let's just do just for this file to get started with. So the next thing I want to do is I want to get the raw text of fs read file sync of this particular file, and then just say, I think I need to say what the format of that file is, which is UTF-8, or which is a standard sort of text encoding Unicode thingy. So let's see if this gives me the raw text of that file. Oh, I need to say subtitles. Let's use a, is it called template literal, string literal? I can never remember what it's called. But I want to say subtitles / and then this particular file name, because it's in the subtitles directory. Great. So we can see I've got it all. I'm Tom Scott. Thank you very much. We should avoid the onosecond. Why is that? So I'm not going to avoid anything. We're going to let the machine learning model do what it's going to do. So now I think what would be useful is for me to split based on line break. So I'm going to say lines equals raw text split. I think I can just split based on line break. And then let's console log lines. Yeah. So now I have every single line in a in an array. So I want to filter by anything that's not a sort of time code information. So I should be able to write a regular expression that matches, and this will be a good way to figure this out. Let's write. Well, first of all, I want to get rid of all of. I think this will be the same. So I only want to start with line 5, probably. The question is that the same? I would like to delete actually all these other files because it makes it very hard for me to browse. But I guess I will leave that as is right now. So let's try to make a regular expression that matches only these lines. So I realize a good place for me to test this is actually just using VS Code, where I can write a regular expression. So if I have a line that begins with, so this is a meta character that matches the beginning of every line, then that starts with a digit. Is that actually going to be enough? I mean, that doesn't seem particularly robust, right? Now, if the video is not longer than a day, is that like no format than an hour? Then I'm never going to get anything other than 0, 0 here. But let's just say if the line matches 2 digits followed by a colon, that's got to be everything. So I should be able, that's a fine regular expression for me to use. Once again, for me to go back to here, and I can say captions equals raw text filter, and then lines filter, and I can do the same thing. Now, I don't need a separate variable for the regular expression. That was a little bit overkill. I can just put it right in here. And in fact, I might do this just to be more clear. So this is filtering out English, or filtering only English. Now this is filtering time codes. So I want to keep things that don't match this. Test line. And I need a not here. Yeah. So now I should have just the captions. Whoops. Great. Now, do I care about the line breaks? Right. I could also exclude those after empty lines. But I think this is pretty good. I think this is what I'm looking to do. I might as well get rid of the empty lines, don't you think? What's the point of that? So I'm going to use let here and then say captions equal lines, captions.filter line, and then if it is get rid of it as long as line.length is greater than 0. So this now filters empty lines, filtering empty lines. Great, great. I've got this. Filtering empty lines. Okay, now I have all the captions. So then I want to say transcript. I can't spell const transcript equals captions.join. And I think if I just put a line break in and console.log transcript. Great, there's my transcript. Oh, how silly. It's fine. You know what? I don't want line breaks. I don't want line breaks. All the scripts are going to be one continuous stream of text. There. That's fine. Okay, great. So now, applause. Now I will say fs.write file sync transcript.txt, and let's make a folder called transcripts. Oh, and I probably need to say like write this, what is it? The data, no, the URL with the data. Okay, so actually the file name goes first, then the data. And I probably need to make a folder called transcripts so that it exists. And now, do we have it in there? Right, awesome. So I converted the subtitles file to a transcript. Okay, so now, how big is that text file? 6, oh boy. I'm gonna have a lot of trouble having enough data to do anything meaningful with this. So let's do the following. Now what I'm going to do is make this a loop. I want to do this for every file for, oh, no. Here. For every file of files, let's actually just use an actual counter. Let I equal 0, I is less than files.length. What's going on here? Have I forgotten how to code? Is it not auto-formatting for me? Oh, maybe it's not. Format on save. There we go. Just do that. Now this becomes I. And this becomes I. So now I think writing file, writing transcript for, how do I do this again? File. Let's put I at the beginning. All right, so let's see. This should give me now all of the caption files as transcript files. What did I get wrong here? Filter, files, writing oh, it's not called file. It is. This is files index I. I'm so confused. Oh, no. I want the English ones. All the English ones. And this is also index I. There we go. I think this is right now. All right, so I think I wrote all of them. I really don't need to console log the transcripts. Let's take this out. Try that one. How is it that fast? Yeah. I guess it's super fast. So now a transcript, what's missing? Writing transcript, that's fine. All right, so that's just in my, so now we have all these transcripts for all the Tom Scott videos. I have every transcript. Oh, you know what? This is a problem. I don't want web VTT kind captions language, EN. So how do I filter that out? I think maybe, is it the same in every single one? So let's just look at one of them. I have this one open already. 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's just start at the third line. That's a nice, quick and dirty way to do it. We'll start at 3. Why not? No, that's not. No, it's here. Oh, no. I would have to do like slice. Is it slice? What about, is it slice that I want to do, or splice? Like just to like remove the first 3 elements of the array? Root splice 2, 0. What does that do? Index, how many? So I think I can do captions.splice 0, 3 and run this again. And now I should, let's close this folder. My God. Can I get this to go to the top? Can I please close you? There we go. Yeah, why? I guess like some of them have like, why is it word wrapping in some? Or they're actually, anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. On this week's experimental game show, it's not about what you know. It's about what, on this week's experimental game show, it's not about what you know. It's not the right accent. All right. Splice is destructive. Slice is not. But I want destructive. All right. I think we're good here. So now we're going to go back. I'm going to train a model in 2 different ways. But let's go back to Runway. And let's do train a model. So I want to train a text model. We'll call this Tom Scott videos. Create. And I'm going to open up, I'm going to upload a folder, all the transcripts. Upload. Okay. So one of the things that you'll notice here that's a major problem is these data files that are kind of like example data files have a lot of text in them. You know what? The Lord of the, this is not named, so we'll see. Maybe, and I should rename this to Tom Scott transcripts. Tom Scott transcripts. And now, do next. The data separator is a document separator. It's going to take about an hour to do 1,000, and I have such little data. I'm just going to change this to 500 because I think I can reasonably. I'll work with it more later. Let's just do 500 training steps, and let's work with. It's going to be faster if I used the extra small. Does this actually change? Greater accuracy takes longer to train and run. Let's just start with extra small. And let's do a prompt. So what's a good prompt for a Tom Scott video? Hello. Welcome. What does Tom Scott say at the beginning of most videos? I guess we could look at any of the transcripts. We learn about the conservation of energy in school. All right, how about actually we'll make the prompt welcome to a coding train video. I don't know. Like, what's it going to say if that's the prompt? It's fine. When I run the model, I can make up new prompts. So let's do start training. But Boom, 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 boom. So this is what I thought. I have a Runway account that I use. And I was like avoiding logging into it because it's like full of stuff. But I think that I should just log into it even though it's full of stuff. This is a bottle of water. I'm at X. The opening line is literally a meme. Okay. Insert place name here. Where I'm standing right now. That's good. So the question is, should I just upgrade this right now, or should I log into my actual account? Let's see if I have any messages, because doesn't look like I do. Give me a moment here. I think I'll just log into my other account. Just gonna get to the same place. I really should do this with my own transcripts. I don't know why I'm doing this with Tom Scott. All right. I am in my Runway account where I have many more credits and training activated. So let's go to... what is it that I wanted to use as the prompt? Here is a lake, not just any lake though. Yeah, I know. Simon's telling me I forgot to remove the junk. The junk's just going to have to stay for right now. This is a bottle of water. I'm at... Wait, there was a good prompt. Well, we'll try different prompts later. This is a bottle of water. We're going to go with 500 and extra small just to get this trained fast. And why not do two? I'm actually going to just do another training. So let's train another one. Tom Scott 2, just to I'm going to use the Tom Scott transcripts. Let's try medium and 1,000 steps just to see how that's going. And I will use here is a lake. Not just any lake. Let's try that as the prompt. Let's just say I am standing here at. That'll be the prompt. Start training. All right. So I've got two in progress. Tom Scott YouTube. I know you can't see this. And Tom Scott 2. So I'm going to let those cook. I like to do the baking show thing where I show you how to train the model and then I've already done it. I pull it out, but that's not what's happening today. While those are training, I also want to experiment with just using a CharRNN model. So this is using, I really should explain a bit more about what I'm doing. So RunwayML, when I train a text-based generative model, this is actually fine-tuning the GPT-2 model, which is a large language model, which there are a lot of questions and kind of complex, I would say, concerns that I might have about using that as the base model, because essentially, from what I understand, it was trained basically off of all of Reddit, essentially. So I'm fine-tuning it with the Tom Scott videos so it understands about how language works in a higher level, sense from its training data, but then it's going to use the vocabulary and style of Tom Scott, but it still could kind of go off the rails, I think, especially with a large training data set, and being able to trace sort of authorship back and understand why it's doing what it's doing, and that no harmful text comes out of it is sort of an issue. But I will certainly be curating. If I were to use anything, I'd be curating what comes out of it. So in that sense, that's a layer of protection. But let's go back to the console here, and I'm actually going to go back to my virtual environment. I'm glad I didn't delete that. And I want to actually, one thing I need to do is I want to rerun this code, and instead of writing them out as separate transcript files, I'm going to make it one giant text file. And let's try this. Just going to do this in a slightly different way just for a second, and then just call this everything.txt. All right, I just want to run this again. I want it, you'll see why in a second. I want everything to be in one text file, which is now called everything.txt. This should be, whoa, it's everything. All of the scripts all in one file. Fantastic. So now let me move over to activating my virtual environment. And I'm going to go to a place called car training-CharRNN. I need to get a Kleenex. I had a box of Kleenex somewhere. I put it nearby so that I wouldn't. All right. Oh, append file sync. I could have done that. Well, too late. All right. So training CharRNN. So this is a repository for training a CharRNN, which is a recurrent neural network model. I updated this a little bit. So I should be able to train a model just locally on my computer here without using a service, a web service like Runway. And what's interesting about doing it this way is this is not fine-tuning a new model. It's training a model based on only that text. So I'll probably get a bit more nonsense out of it, but I don't have to worry about the original data source that the large language model like GPT-2 was based on. So let me clone. Where am I here? I think actually, to be honest, I should probably put this in a separate folder, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's just bring this in here. Whoops. Let's follow these instructions. And let's install the requirements. No! What? Ooh, oh, you know what? You can't move a virtual environment directory. It breaks it. So no, I wasn't actually. Nothing was activated. Aw. I forgot that. Like you use VENV virtual environments, which I like to do. You can't just move the directory. So I don't know why I did that. Python 3-m VENV. So let's do coding train CharRNN. That's the virtual environment I'm creating. Source coding train bin. This is me activating. Great. I'm using the correct version. And so now I want to say Where am I? Yeah, training, go here. Now I made this virtual environment name so long that I'm all the way over here in my prompt. Pip, oh, what was the command I was next doing? Pip install -r requirements. There we go. So it's got to install quite an old version of TensorFlow. I really would love to. Yeah, Prathamash is asking, did you say GPT-2 was trained from Reddit? So I don't actually know. I believe GPT-2 was trained from an extraordinarily large data set mined from the internet. And I believe I recently read an article that a large portion of it came from Reddit, whether it was all of it or part of it, whether it's also using Wikipedia or whatever large data sets are on the internet. But yeah, I agree. Weekend says the system was trained on 8 million text documents scraped from the web. Yeah, so unclear. But yeah, there are, I would say, lots of questions around using it. So now I should be able to say the next step, which is just train. Let's try training with just the default settings. I'm going to say Python train.py -- data path. And then I need to get that everything text file. And let's see. So I'm not using GPU, or this is just going to train with the CPU. It's a small data set. I don't think this will take that long. You should be able to estimate how long this is going to take. Is the loss even going down, though? I'm really hoping that... Yeah, it's going down. The loss is going down. Yeah, I see ones popping up. Okay, good. So the loss is, in fact, going down. Oh boy, this is actually going to take quite a while. How long did 1,000 cycles take just now? I'm still on epoch 1. And I think the default is... So I should probably restart this and have it do a smaller number of epochs. What's the default? Oh, you can see my fan is whirring. So probably the number of epochs is 50, which is the default. And also I have about this. I have in between 2 and 5 megabytes. So these are some hyperparameters. I think this is going to take too long. It was about 30 seconds for 1,000, and I've got to get to like 62,000. So 30 minutes. The fact that the loss is still going down is quite promising. Well, I'm on epoch 2. How long was that? Well, while we're waiting, by the way, is the audio doing anything weird? Because I see like all red half the time on my monitor over here. I want to see if the loss is still going down. Is it saving checkpoints? Because also if it's saving checkpoints, then I could probably just stop it in the middle. Yeah, it's saving checkpoints. But I don't know that the checkpoint has everything that I need. Loss seems kind of stationary. Yeah, are we getting much further than 1.5? So let's do something here. I'm going to quit this, which is ill-advised. But let's think about what hyperparameters I want to use. And I think I want to increase the RNN size. So how can I do this? Oh, let me create a file. I think it's actually already in there. Let me close this. If I go into here, is there a run.sh file? Oh no, I don't want to be in this file. I want to be in here. Run.sh, yeah. So, oops, let me go back to here. this is the path I want. And then let's try 256. I'm going to go and see what these recommended are. 256, number of layers 2, sequence length 64, batch size 32, number of epochs. Let's make the number of epochs. If 50 was, let's do like 10. I think like a fifth of that will be fine. And let's see what happens. So now I should be able to just do run.sh, right? No. Oh, so how do I do this? What permissions do I need it to be? I always just put 777 in. Somebody, yeah, I got to go look at the live poll app while I'm waiting for these to train. Thank you for that reminder. If my computer doesn't die. Oh, look at this. With the larger RNN, 256, boy, this is going to be much slower. I should probably stick this on a cloud service. I think I have a lot of credits on Spell, which is a service that I've used. Shoot. Oh, this is super slow. 755. Okay. Let's just change it to 755. I guess the changing it to 256 was too much for my computer. So I should investigate a cloud service or use like Google Colab or something. But let's let it. Let's run with a smaller recurrent neural network. I just proof of concept here. I'm happy to just let this run pretty fast. And let's, whoops. In the meantime, let's check on Runway. And let's look at, oh, well, are they still on starting? There we go. I am standing here at my funeral without any belongings, and I am in shock. What is the point of waiting for me to return? I don't want my belongings with all my money. This is the worst. I thought I knew. It's all over. They tell me I need to stay here all alone. There's a staircase at the bottom of the building. So, by the way, this is basically doing nothing. I don't understand how the perplexity score is so low here. I guess I have so little data that this is really just the raw output of GPT-2. I even see there's some, and you can see now I'm just like caught in these repeating patterns. There is no point in it. There's no point in it. Boy, the model is has a very sour outlook on life. So this was Tom Scott 2. Let's look at let's look and see it. This one. We can see here. Oh, this one's actually getting quite close. Only has 10 more minutes remaining. This is a bottle of water. It's a 10 bottle, 8 bottle, 10 bottle. If you want it, it's a couple of taps. But when you put a bottle of water in it, it's being used for a cocktail of drinks. We'll see. I'm not so sure about this right now. I'm not so sure I'm getting a very reasonable Tom Scott video script, but we'll let this keep going. All right, 8 minutes remaining here. I mean, I might have a little bit more faith in this one. That is only on 80 steps out of 1,000. So maybe we'll let this one go a little bit longer. And let's see, how's this training going? So let's go take a look at the live poll app, everybody. It's already noon. So I'm kind of wrapping up here. I'm gonna at least let those models finish. Would love to take a short break. But let me take a short break because I can refill this here. I can check on my children, and I can come back to check on these models. All right, everybody. So I will be back in less than 5 minutes. I think I will let you enjoy this running. I'm going to mute myself and I will be right back. All right, I am back. Well, this is going to be done pretty soon, actually. Let's check on our runway models. Which one is this? Tom's got 2. So let's... This is the Tom Scott medium. And... how do I get back to... here, there. This one is the Tom Scott extra small. This one has finished, basically. I like that there's a ding here. This is what I can really act out. This is a bottle of water. It's not, but you do. It's like, how much of a bar would you put down to go to? Now, I'm going to say that this is definitely not an appropriate bar for a show. Is that the right place? Okay, it is not. But is it another bar for a drink? There's no such thing as a bar for a drink. Is it a red bar? The truth of it is not. This is where the heck of a show has to go. There are going to be some surprises, but I'll give you the point here. It's like all the bars in this show. The man who's actually being interviewed is one of the hosts. Yes. Well, at least that's the point. That's a good one. I'm going to say it. So yeah, I'd say it would be for a drink. You've said that to me. I am really disappointed. I am disappointed because I didn't think that was the correct answer. It has learned from citation needed. Is that a video that I'm not aware of? Can I decrease the learning rate on CharRNN? Asked Martin. Yes, I definitely can. This one completed. I don't have a lot of faith in it. Let's go back to train and medium. Let's see if this one, I think if it gets to, this one has an hour remaining. I don't think I am going to be waiting live for this to finish. This is, by the way, I was hoping to get to this point at about like 15 or 20 minutes in, so that then I could wait an hour while I did other stuff. But everything takes way longer than you could ever possibly imagine. Okay. Now, what I need to do is, look, for me, one of the most important things that I do is to be really thoughtful and ethical about how I credit and make use of data. And I really felt when I started today that, first of all, Tom Scott puts out a lot of open calls. There are lots of videos already on the internet of people imitating Tom Scott and creating videos based off of his content. I really sort of felt like I was in an appropriate and okay place to just very briefly work with that liquid, I don't know if it's like the first order motion model, to like sort of puppeteer his mouth. But a couple of you in the chat, I really do take the feedback seriously, have pointed out that, maybe I'm not even in a gray area. I'm really in a place where I should be doing this with permission in terms of the coding train being a commercial YouTube channel. But I don't know. So I kind of want to take the next step to go back to that model where I'm just puppeteering his mouth, but I'm a little bit afraid here. I suppose we could use the live poll. Citation Needed is a game that Tom Scott made with his friends. Quiz for Nerds. Oh, well, this is going to be my favorite thing in the world. The quiz? I'm really bad at trivia. All right, but I'm curious to go to workspaces, go to models. So I'm back in my other account and just look at what some other models might be. Just liquid, warping, human motion imitation, and appearance transfer. So this is also one that might work. Add to workspace. Let's create a Tom Scott workspace. And then I also want to add back to models the first order. These are the two models that I was thinking of using. Yeah, I know you're having trouble hearing me. Use your own photo as a puppet. Yeah, so I could try that just as, let's use a younger photo of myself. So thank you that's a good suggestion. This is Josh Saviano from the Wonder Years that I used to get. Let's see where maybe what about this one? That's probably not going to work. I'm trying to figure out what photo I should use. This could work. This could work. Now I'm having trouble like deciding a photo of myself to use. Simon is appearing everywhere. This one might make sense. Or this one. I need like a straight shot of my face that's like, that I don't find is like super weird looking. This is ridiculous how long this is taking me to like pick something. What if I tried this? Oh. What is this photo? Oh, let's try this one. Copy image address. Is this going to be too small? This is a much younger me. Let's save this as Dan here. And let's get a file. Where is that? Desktop, Tom Scott. All right, let's see if we can. Let's see, and let's grab the camera. Ah! Again with the camera. Let me quickly get to switching it back to the FaceTime. No, it's FaceTime is the default one now. Is it open in something else? And so, shoot. Oh, that's really making me crazy. How can I get rid of the OBS virtual camera just temporarily? Ah, shoot, it's so annoying. I'll just show you. I'll show you what I've got here. This is what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to change the browser to by default. Maybe I should. Maybe if I delete it here, it'll have to. Allow. No. Can I? How can I force Runway to use the right camera? By the way, this is definitely some feedback that I need to give them. This would be very easy for them to put a restart the browser. I don't think I have anything open here that I really need to have open. So let me quit Chrome and reopen it. Force refresh. Oh. Clear browsing data, maybe? Is there something else using the camera? Discord? No. Right panel camera source. You can select the source right inside Runway? Where? Oh, there. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. Okay. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's go to my models that are being trained. Oh, here we go. This is pretty good. Okay. I am standing here at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's a rare opportunity to stand here with all of the elements that I have to stand here, with these towers here in the past, with these years gone by, this city that I'm standing here now. And I am a journalist. I a reporter, and I'm the only one who can see all the things that I can't see. Now, what's wrong with this photo? Well, the tower is vertical. Oh no, I'm pointing at the stars. Oh, no, that's a skyscraper. That's the skyline, isn't it? Okay, this was not a good image to use. I think I need something much more dead on, and I need to do... I've actually worked with this, and I have some ideas of how to get this to be better. It's also very slow. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. How's my CharRNN model doing? Let's check that. Hey, all right. We trained CharRNN. We got the loss down. I would like to see the loss go below 1.0, but I'll take it. I now have a CharRNN model called everything, and now I just need to get the example code. So let me grab that, and I actually have that. Well, you know what? I'm just going to make... This is going to be pretty easy to do. Let's just go here. Let's create a folder. No, not here. Let's create a folder. I have an idea. Let's just do this. Let's go to P5 editor. And we'll go to index.html. I'm going to grab this. Why is it putting that folder in there? No, stop! VS Code, I hate you! Why are you so mean to me? Go here. There we go. No, don't be in that directory. Can't you just make a folder in the root directory, VS Code? There we go. Generate P5. Let's make a file called index.html. And that's good. I don't need the sound library. Although I could actually... Well, let's get rid of the sound library. I will need a sketch.js file. Sketch.js. And I'm not going to be using a style sheet, so I can get rid of that. And if I say here, function setup, create canvas. Actually, I don't need a canvas. Let's say no canvas, create P, Tom Scott. All right, now let's run. Let's go over here. And let us exit the... No! I thought exit was a way to exit a virtual environment, but I guess not. What directory am I in? Generate P5. Let's run a server. I guess I'm not getting to the live poll application again. And let's go to learn.ml5js.org. Okay, so I want to get the ML5 library. So I'm going to put that also. And the version I want to use is 0.5.0. Then let's look at CharRNN. The CharRNN documentation. So let's use, I think it'll work with preload, but that's fine. Let's just do this. And in Sketch, I want to load models everything. So where is my model? The trained model under here is called everything. Let's grab that and put it into this folder. So I can just say everything, and then let's have a callback and say console.log model loaded. And let's see what we've got here. Will that work? I'm waiting to see it say model loaded. Uncaught syntax token sketch. Oh, I got an extra parentheses there. Model loaded. Okay, great. The model was loaded. And then let's create an input box. And actually, can I do this with async functions? One of my function called go. I think this will work. I think ML5 supports async, which I like to use in the I want to sort of use in this case. So let's just say console.log model loaded. Okay. Unexpected identifier. Oh, function. Model loaded. Okay. By the way, I think, whoops, I think I'm missing a setting here. Which is under network. Yeah, disable cache. There we go. So it wasn't updating my code. Okay. Great. Model loaded. Now go back to the documentation. And I want to call generate. So const script equals RNN generate. And I can give it like a prompt, I think. Seed. Let's see. What are all the things? I can say seed, length, and temperature. So let's do this. Const prompt. The meaning of pizza is, let's give myself 500 characters. Let's raise the temperature. I'll talk about what temperature is in a second. And generate with that prompt. So log. Actually, just to make sure this works, I'm just going to do like 50 characters. Stop! Just to see if this works. Oh, I got a promise. Of course. Await. Sample. Watamate into a QNet to many 819 found. All right, so we're getting something. Let's make a create input. Let prompt. And what's a prompt equals create input and submit create button generate, and then I'll say submit dot mouse pressed generate. I'll make the RNN thing. This is very silly how I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's take this out of here. And let's say async function generate prompt equals, and this is prompt dot value, and this should not be called prompt anymore. Prompt input. I guess I'll do that, and I should and then await RNN generate prompt. Let's try this. Okay. Cannot read property generate of undefined. Line 25. Oh. RNN has to be a global variable. All right, so then I want to create P. Okay, so let's say, let's just get this into a variable. And what am I looking for? Text is the seed, and then create P with this together. Then I should be able to say, I am standing here. Oh, okay. What was it? Script dot, what is it? Output text? I don't know what it is. Let's have to console log that again. Console log script sample. It's under sample. Script.sample. I am standing here. I'm standing here. We have the game. Was it up at Speak 5? Burns, we are. Let's try 0.5 temperature. And how do I, if I say create, I am standing here. Well, that, yeah, great. Okay, here we go. I am standing here in one companies that we have looking in the card. So the same are released to be a point where the months and the far of the train. That was something doing to be a bit of sort of the turd under the strategy of a low or point of very much the from the thing or the room of markets. pretty much nonsense. I should try my Markov chain example with this and see how that works. Let's just run it again just to sort of see. I'm standing here. The days were the land to the more point in the top of the land, of the first part of the problem of more pretty much, in the time to be a second to pass of modern, and the really... Not so sure about this. Let's go back to see how Runway is doing. Ah, all right, we're getting somewhere. Oh boy, this is pretty good. All right, everybody. Me. I am standing here at the entrance to a mine shaft. The bottom is dirt, and the top is bedrock. Now, I am standing here in front of this tunnel, which is very narrow and very well ventilated. So I was able to see all the way down to my feet, which was always also well ventilated. I really like to have my feet well ventilated. You know, my feet right now are very well ventilated. You can't see them because they're out of the camera shot, but I'm wearing shorts and my feet are very well ventilated. It is this interesting tunnel system, and in the 1990s a British television show did an incredible expedition into the shaft, which has made a lot of people very well informed about this place and the history. Well, that's the story. The underground mine shaft is mine shaft, which is fine and dandy, but here is the thing. The bottom here is exactly where the coal was found. That is the bottom of the mine shaft, and at the same time the coal was just sitting there, and there wasn't any development. I don't think you should be able to see the script. Wasn't any development in the world. No thing was happening to the coal or the bitumen there, and that what was needed to transport it somewhere else. So this tunnel system, there are tunnels that are just a bit smaller. You can go down to the bottom. The modern ones have more width and depth, and they can go as deep as you like. But it was an ideal tunnel system for coal. What the modern ones don't have is the water tightness. They don't have the air tightness that you would get. This is exhausting. Am I really going to read this whole thing? It's pretty good, actually. So GPT-2 is definitely winning out here on in its competition against CharRNN. I wish this model was done so I could actually just like generate quite a few variations, but I have to wait another 32 minutes. I should have probably stopped. I wonder if I stop it, if Runway would let me deploy it still. I should. Arnav is saying yes. Try it with Markov chains. All right, why not? Let's try it with a Markov chain. I mean, after all, if I Google Markov chain coding trains, my guess is that I'm going to find some code that I can use. Let's go to part 2. And let's go to view web editor. And let's log in here. And let's duplicate Tom Scott Markov. And let's go here to upload file. Let's grab everything.txt. Let's load that file. Let's give it an order of 6. I encourage you to watch the Markov chain tutorial. I don't think I need to... I was using this example in class the other day, and I realized I think I edited it. Kind of messed it up. But let's see what happens here. Okay, here we go. I have no idea what's going to happen. That's interesting. Now, there's a couple weird things going on. One is, I think I am only generating... Actually, I think I'd prefer to use a different example, but that's fine. Because here... Markov it, random beginnings. Oh, I'm only generating 20 characters. It's like, where is that? I forgot this is the sort of like, not the fully fleshed out example. Now, why is it always... This is actually pretty interesting what I'm getting here. But why is it always starting with, quote, that's? Because in theory, I think there might be a bug in this code. Beginnings should be an array full of... Why is beginnings... Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, beginnings only has one thing in it. That is weird. Why? Why? There's a bug in my code. J equals 0. J is... Text is the line. Oh, it's all one line. Oh, I know why. I didn't break it up into separate lines. Well, let's just put everything. This is ridiculous what I'm doing, but we'll do this. I'm going to change it. Oh boy, I just killed the computer because I'm trying to console log something that's like massive. See the last routes fail, far too late. And if you can, it felt like magician. I was just because it. They are here for crops. One piece of smell that take a westward off at the original leaks. The George. It died alone or take small but speed run. We're here behind me by subject. All right, how's it going, Runway? We're at 700. I think when it gets to 750, it will generate a new preview of the output. 26 minutes remaining. I don't think I can wait 26 more minutes. All right, everyone. These Saturday streams. I don't know if this is a good idea what I'm doing. People are tweeting at me. Looking at my phone. All right, let's take this one step further, and I'm going to go and use the model that was unfortunately, once again, it appears I'm not going to get to the live poll app. I don't know how to... I guess I need to just dedicate one of these Saturday sessions to it. And so I'm looking at the chat. I'm like confused how to finish today off and feel like satisfied in some capacity. What I think might make sense for me to do is the following. Let's make this, but using the runway model. So I'm going to go over here. And by the way, I could deploy this as a Discord bot, but I don't know what the point of that would be. Let's go back to the actual model that was trained, the extra small one. So I'm going to add this to... I'm going to host the model. And this is where the model will be available. Generate batch is what I want. I'm going to press host model. It's going to show an auth key, which I need to hide properly, which I'm just not going to bother with right now. So, but I'll just regenerate it when I need to. So let's do like, let me host the model. And then let me grab the code. And I'm going to, let's see, okay, hold on. Let me regenerate the keys. So I'm going, just bear with me for a second. I don't know why I got logged out of the P5 web editor. I'm looking for the CharRNN one. That's what I want. Did I not save it? Oh, because I was doing that locally. All right, that's fine. I'm going to do it locally. That way I can hide the key more effectively. So, sorry, hold on. So this is the sketch I'm going to work with, but instead of using the model I trained in ML5, I am now going to connect to the model that I trained in Runway. So to do that, shoot. Hold on. It's fine. I'm gonna regenerate it in a second. So I'm gonna show you, this is code that I can use. And I'm going to bring it over into my code. And I'm going to replace the generate function and this go function. I'm gonna write my own new generate function, and I'm pasting in the Runway code. I'm going to also now disable that model. So no one, this token is here, which I don't want you to see, but the model's disabled. So even if you had it, you wouldn't be able to connect to it. So the prompt is now, I want the prompt input text. Max characters, I want to generate 1024 characters. Top P is a value like temperature, which sort of will affect the kind of chaos factor. Do I want sort of more variety but risk getting more nonsense? Or do I want to sort of have something that matches more closely Tom Scott scripts? I'm going to just put this at 0.9 right now. And seed, this is really interesting. I can have a fixed random number seed. So am I using P5? I'm going to say, I think it's a number between 0 and 1,000. So I'm going to grab a number. I'm just going to have it be random each time and put that in as the seed. Then I'm pretty sure this also supports promises. So I can say outputs equals model await model.query inputs. And then I can just say create P generated text. I can't type, so I'm going to copy paste it. So what I'm doing is I am now connecting with the Runway hosted model JavaScript library. Then I am generating a prompt, a maximum number of characters, and with a random seed, and getting results back and making a paragraph. So this is all extra nonsense. This shouldn't work because the model is now deactivated, but let me just sort of see. On sketch.line 14, I have a function generate. So first of all, RW is not defined. So what is it that I need to do? With the Runway hosted models, I need to grab this particular JavaScript library. And that's going to go and basically replace ML5. So that's the JavaScript library for using a Runway hosted model. Let's comment this out. Go back to here. Okay, so no error now. Now if I do this, uncaught in promise, model not found, make sure the URL is correct and the model is active. So the model is deactivated. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Runway, and under settings here, I'm going to regenerate this API key and then activate the model. By the way, it would be nice, Runway, here's another feature request, is if I could activate it and deactivate it on this particular page as well. That would be useful. So I'm going to regenerate this, but I'm going to take my screen away when I do that. Generate the key. I'm going to copy it. I'm going into my code here. I'm putting in a new token. Then I'm closing this code so you won't be able to see. I won't open it up by accident. Going back to Runway, and I'm going to do the next thing, which I will show you, which is that I'm going to click Activate. So now that model should be active. And then I can go back to the browser, and here, refresh, and I should now be able to generate. Let's run generate. And there we go. It might take a while because the model has to wake up. Okay. I am standing here in the middle of nowhere, rubbing my hand up the window, and I feel that it's going to be an angry guy. And you've got to take a different angle to keep that vision. Well, a lot of it could happen, really. If I was there now, would I be tempted to take a more dim view of what you're seeing? Let's try again. This model is not great. Generate. I'm standing here and we're doing our job. Is my nose in distress, you ask? I really want this other... I just can't bear it. I want to use this other model. The one that's in progress. Oh, it's so close! All right, everyone. I'm way over time. A bit lower temperature, but I'm going to wait for this one to finish. Because this model feels like it's going to give me much better results. Translating these subtitles, add your name here. Interesting that it learned that. So let's let it have its last 10 minutes. Come on, Runway. You can do it. And I can just maybe take a stretch and relax. What else can I do here to improve this? I think maybe what I want my interface, and I'm going to have to look at the code here. Let's deactivate my model. Let's deactivate the model. Hosted. Deactivate. Okay. So I can go back to the code, excuse me, without worry. In Runway itself, by the way, I could just ask it to generate for me. But let's... so I'm going to replace this with the better model as soon as it finishes training. And I should try different top P values as well. That would be interesting to see. But I think what I want to do is make I just want to replace, instead of compile all the scripts, let's script P, let's do this, HTML, there we go. That way each time I generate it, it'll do a new one. I can also go back to Runway, train, look at the one that was finished, extra small, add to workspace, and I could also generate, I could export a whole bunch. So like, what if I wanted to export with no prompt, just see what it does? Let's export 10 different samples and call these scripts.txt, or Tom Scott. Oh, file extension. That's not the name of it. Export samples as separate files. Yes. Let's look at the estimated cost here. 10 cents to do this. That's pretty good. let's run this. Invalid file extension. Okay. And now so I think I can manage to do 20. I just didn't want it to take so long. So I don't know. What does top P again mean? Top P GPT 2. Top P. Probability mass using top P or top K. Search for P or K. I would love to find like a nice succinct definition of it. My understanding of it is the same as temperature. Basically, we're always picking what's going to be the next character, the next token. It could be a sequence of words or a sequence of characters based on a set of probabilities. And with a lower temperature, I think, or is it a higher temperature, we're always taking the highest probability. So we're not sampling based on probabilities. We're just looking at the one with the highest probability and taking it, which can result in a lot of repeating patterns. If you ever use a machine learning model that starts getting stuck in like a feedback loop, a loop, that's because of the temperature. So if you want to like really, if you want to use the probabilities or even like squish the probabilities, so you make the lower probability things higher, a higher chance of them, that's increasing the temperature, I think. So, by the way, I would love somebody to do this with the captions of all of my videos. That's really what I should be doing here. Why am I doing the Tom Scott videos? I don't know. Because I wanted to like try a British accent today, apparently, which is mine is really terrible. So let's go back to run. And obviously, I should have just clicked it. I'll just make it 0.8 just to like make it a little bit lower. And let's get 20 scripts. I'm going to hit export. And it's exporting my text. We should be able to see it here. It's in progress. Can I click on this? This is what so it's in progress. It's going to export a whole bunch of generated text here, which I'll then be able to download. But I quite prefer just writing my own code to do it, and I can give it a prompt and I can change the temperature. Like, so I could, while I'm here, let's make a slider. Top P slider. So top P slider equals create slider. And the range should be from 0 to 1 with a starting value of 0.9 and a step value of 0.01. And so let's say a console.log top P slider.value. And let's say const top P equals the value of the slider. So top P goes here. And when we can put it in here, let's just see, does that work? Do I get a slider? Okay, I've got a slider. And if I put it in the middle and I hit generate, now I know I got an error because I disabled the model, 0.48, 0.88. So this is good. I mean, I'd love to see what the value is. Like, I should make a DOM element that has the value. Why don't I do that while I'm waiting? Let top P div. I don't know what I'm doing here. Span, top P div. I don't know. Let's do top P. Yeah, let's I can't come up with it. Top P element. Boy, this is really bad. Top P equals create. Let's just try span with top P slider.value. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it there. Perfect. And then whenever I'm changing it, then I would say, I think input is the event function where I could just say now top P slider, top P ELT HTML. I'm writing this in kind of a silly way. But basically, whenever these are horrible names, the slider value changes, I update the HTML element with the value of the slider. And this is all the P5. This is all P5 functionality for DOM manipulation. Obviously, I could use native JavaScript or a different library. But let's just see here. Great. So now I'm changing the top P value. I'm going to hit generate. And the model is not active. Is my new one done? Come on, Runway. Oh, this one's generated 20%. Let's go to training my models. Tom Scott medium. Oh, good. It's going to be done soon. I'm standing here at the town hall of Rio de Janeiro, where Brazil's Olympic football matches will be held. Rio's mayor, Michel, and his wife, Marcella, are here on the dais, with a view to some sort of megatrends or megacenter. And this road cuts through the center of town. And yes, this is a megacenter. It is actually an enormous set of friezes, each one which has been rigged with several giant metal slabs. I want one with ding in it again. Come on, finish the model. Finish the model. Finish the model. Finish the model. We're almost there, folks. And I guess I won't use Tom Scott's face today. I'm just going to work on generating the scripts. And we'll see if we get one that we like. Top P TXT, top P value, top P span, top P value span. Thank you, everyone. By the way, I'm happy to make this model available. What are some other good prompts? Oh, I guess I can't. Just finish, please, finish. You started an hour ago and I'm still streaming. Let me just make a plug for everybody to join the Discord. I got that there's a metric that I need to get, which is like above 20% of member retention. And it actually, since I mentioned it last week, it went above. Come on, model. You can do it. You can do it. I don't know what, I'm just sitting here. I could check the live poll app out. I can't. Oh, maybe I could really quickly deploy a new version of that processing library I keep saying I'm going to do. It's been saying 5 minutes remaining for at least 5 minutes now, hasn't it? A watched GPT-2 model never trains. Oh, weird. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting alerts for that on my. All right, come on. Trained a CharRNN model. We're here. We're ready. What's some other prompts that I can try? But I need that model to finish training. Maybe I can listen to some Tom Scott voice to get like a little better. I'm standing here. Oh, this is a meme. Okay. I am just outside. I'm just outside. See, people make memes of Tom Scott. I could probably use his face in my goofy Tom Scott meme generator project. Behind me, you see. I mean, I can't do anything now because I'm just waiting for this to finish. 5 minutes remaining. I think we should read some random numbers. All right, we're going to make this go faster. Where's my random number book? Chat wants another community contribution while we wait. That's a great suggestion. Thank you for that. Let's go to the Discord. Let's show that we can say, well, I'm going to go to the wheel. We've got a new wheel. And let's spin that wheel. We're going to get another community contribution. All right. Tic-Tac-Toe animated. Did I just say tic-tac-toe? I've lost it. 3 hours in, and I just like, my brain is no longer functioning. It's Tic-Tac-Toe, and animated from the Tasteful Toasty. And I think we all can imagine what the original coding challenge was. Let's go take a look. So it's I guess it's the AI that I made using the Minimax algorithm. And what's nice about this is it's animating the game. Here is Tom's video on face swapping. Oh, so Tom actually made a video about face swapping, unethical videos, and future shock. Well, I better watch that before I start. Yeah, so let's face swapping, unethical videos, Tom Scott. Sorry, first let me just say, this is awesome. Because one of the things I absolutely did not do, and we could look at the code here. One of the things I did not do is animate the process of playing Tic-Tac-Toe. And this looks like it's all done like in a sort of custom way with Canvas. And so I'm curious how this was even animated. It's amazing. Winner board, like where are the next turn, mouse pressed? So draw. Board spot.draw. Are there like separate files that like a piece, entry, and oh, there's like an animation which is done with time, and then there's like the circle which has the arc based on the entry animation value. Look at this. Wow, this is really thoughtfully designed. Where the whole, like there's a whole system for creating with inheritance where circle extends piece. And piece has an X and Y and a size and creates an animation, which is 500. So if I were to like change this to 100 and run it again, that must be the number of milliseconds. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I want to make it now like 5,000. So each one, oh, whoa, weird. I did something weird. So it doesn't wait for the next one. Is there another time component in this? I don't know whether I found a bug or I found a wonderful feature. Okay. Runway should play a bell in the background when it finishes. It absolutely should. I believe it sends me an email notification. This is really wonderful. Thank you, Tasteful Toasty. I love to see this. It ended! Yes! So I'm going to go to next. I am going to host the model online. Since I've gone through this process already, I'm going to remove you being able to see it. I'm going to click host. I'm going to do host model. I am going to grab the token and URL. I am putting that in my code. So let me just show you briefly. This is where I'm putting it. So from the Runway interface, I have a URL to the model and a token. This is the previous invalid one, and I'm now going to paste in the new one, but I don't want to show it to you. It does cost, I believe it's about 1 cent for every call to the model. So I'm happy to figure out a way to let people use it in a fun way, but I don't want to just like, somebody could use up all my credits very easily if I got that token was displayed by accident. So I'm going to paste it in here. Close this out, and it should be now, I believe it should be making a call to the model. So let's see if we get something. Come on, let's see our script. Come on, Runway model. My head was getting cut off. Okay. All right. I'm standing here in Erfurt, in Germany, where about halfway through this show, I decided to have a little chat with the top physicists in the world. What are we talking about? J.L. Newton? Quite frankly, there's not much to talk about with him. Not much. All right. You'll have noticed that I don't say much. More importantly, what does the top scientist in the world think about that? All right, let's just see. Do I get another one? I'm not saving these. I should probably save them. Okay, so why is it taking so long? Do I have a bug in my code where it doesn't replace the next one? Let's go. Let's check my code. Script P. Let's just console log the prompt, the inputs, just so I know that those are going. Sorry, I can show you the code now. So I'm just adding a console log for the inputs, and then I want to add a console.log for the generated text, just so I can see that it's coming out. Oh, I did get another one. Oh God. This is the problem with training a model off the internet. Right behind me here. Let's try that. I'm gonna wait for a new one. So whenever I train a model with GPT-2, I tend to build up a lot. I add a lot of filtering to make sure the output doesn't use any profanity or hate speech or just certain topics that I don't want it to veer off into, or around identity, basically. You know, I'm having fun with this, and the idea is to generate some goofy, fun, playful scripts, but I don't want the language to harm. So unfortunately, I haven't put those things in right now, which I really regret in a way. But I'm able to sort of do some moderation on my own here, because I can quickly just remove it from the screen and generate a new one if I don't sort of like where it's going. But right behind me here, yeah, it's more like the video game. All right, okay. How much do we need to push this out for the end of a set? Tom, I'm going to bet there's a point where I don't know. What are some other good, excuse me, what are some other good prompts? How about I give it something about JavaScript. Why am I not getting the console logs? Hold on. Okay, great. Now I'm getting the console logs. Let's see what we get with I'm standing here. As a prompt, what about the intro to citation needed, where the ding is from? This is the technical difficulties. We're playing citation needed. All right, I would like to try that. I'll use that as the prompt, but let me wait for this one to come through. By the way, I can always get exactly the same text. I can always get exactly the same text if I send it the same settings. So all I need to do is remember the seed if I ever want to get it back. Okay. I'm standing here in Cardiff, but I'm not British. This is something different. Oh, this is good. And now, in order for me to perform this song, I need to buy more than airtime here. Not only do I need to use essentially a microphone and a drone that I learned while camping, but my camera has to be big enough to take this picture. Okay. I feel like this is I should be using my Okay, yeah. We're playing citation needed at some point. Chris! We don't know where this is, Tom. I like that one. Let's face it, the 24 hours are running out. I'll be back next week with the reveal of Game of Thrones' most terrifying weapon. It takes a very long time. I need a loading animation. I wonder if I ask for fewer characters. Okay. We're playing citation needed, and so we were both called out. Next question starts now. Quick poll. Did he know? He refused. In his own words, I have no idea what you're talking about. So he emailed his architect, and they looked at the sites, and it looks like there might be this temple to some other god or something like that, did they? Maybe. They got a letter saying, do not disturb. I can't imagine why you would go that far, but, perhaps you could. Which letter got read? The fake one? Yes. It was the one where I need my phone number. And so the architect told me to phone up the local archaeology department, and they would be able to do it for me. Yes! Yes, that's fine. Did he actually think there was a big, massive ancient temple to him in Northumberland, just with hieroglyphics and big questions and Latin? Yes. Who's that man, all dressed up as a priest? Vernacular! I didn't even spell that with an F. It's with a V. Vernacular. I've been playing God all day. Can I get the down payment? What happens if I lower the temperature? Let's see what we get. Oh, sorry, the top P. I'm simply not a human. That's a good prompt. I like this. I am robot Tom Scott. Citation needed is a phrase that's been... Oh, so look at this. We get the repeating patterns, right? Citation needed is a phrase that's been used a lot in the last few years. It's a phrase that's been used to describe the fact that we need to get citations for everything. And it's a phrase that's been used to describe the fact that we need to get citations for everything. And it's a phrase... All right, let's try I am robot Tom Scott. Let's go up to 0.6. I am robot Tom Scott, and I'm in this little robot car that I have built. Could I do like a robot, British robot voice? I am robot Tom Scott. No, I can't. I am robot Tom Scott. If I go like this, then that's just general... I am a robot. That's like the language of robots, right? I am indicating that I am a robot. Okay. Come on, let's get another one. I think I should go back up to 0.9. We're going to get another one in a second. I got it. It's 1 o'clock. All right. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I'm not happy with that one. Let's see what we get next. Boy, everybody's left, which is quite reasonable. This was a disaster. That's what Side Project Saturday is. I think maybe I need to rethink my life. Okay, I've got a new one. All right, this one's pretty good. No. I'm generating again. No, I don't like this one either. It's pretty good. I'll read you some of it. I am Robot Tom Scott, working for the British company Rethink Robotics. Here at the National Robot Laboratory, we're here to create something that could be used to help solve some of humanity's greatest problems. Theoretically, it's a quadruple wide, so a full-size human brain is about 3/4 of that. But let's take a look at it. And if we zoom out, let's take a look at the bigger version so we can see if there are any hollows in the top 2/3 of the skull. In the center of that is the hippocampus, the little clump of cells. Okay. Oh, these are awful. All I'm getting is really obnoxious text out of this model, which is not because it's trained on Tom Scott. It's because of the base model. Oh, I knew this would happen with GPT-2. I knew better. So I'm definitely have to do some curation and talk about the issues around working with GPT-2. I'm generating again. You're all just going to have to wait till I get one that I like and I can show you. All right, this one seems reasonable. By the way, does Tom swear? I don't have a sense that Tom Scott swears a lot in his videos, but he must. And then in the captions, it's asterisked out because it looks like to me, it's like the model has really learned that. I think that's coming from the Tom Scott captions. Anyway, I am Robot Tom Scott. Sorry, how did I get here? We've had a robot that came along and stole his lunch before. It did have a good time, though. Well, it might have if you had known that Tom Scott doesn't have long arms. Just a point to Matt Gray. That's been the Matt Gray Play-Doh. Okay, yes, absolutely right. That was a quick one. Here's my free chocolate bar. It's got the horn. This is like an Ionesco play I'm reading, basically. It's got the horn, Tom Scott. It's going to go on a mission to get us to Mars. No promises on this one. On behalf of Matt Gray, can I say, once you've got that green sativa in there, there's a lot to be said for that. It wasn't impressed. If he does, he bleeps it out. That's why. Game show videos, yeah. All right, put some relaxing music on. Yeah, I think we need some relaxing music to read some random numbers. I don't have a lot of relaxing music. All I have is this one. I'm going to get a new one here. We're going to get... I don't know if I am Robot Tom Scott is such a good prompt. I like the I am standing here prompt. I am at... Also, it takes so long to get a new script. I should just generate like a whole bunch at once. All right. All right. This looks like it got trained off to like some spam. All right. I am Robot Tom Scott. And this is a shoebox. And if you get in the way... Oh, you don't see me. Try this again. I think it helps to have the script up there. I am Robot Tom Scott. And this is a shoebox. And if you get in the way... There's a really loud bang, and you go, what a hassle. And we go, I can't believe no one's even thought of that yet. If we were selling this to an independent shop, I'd be disappointed. But we are being sold this to a huge corporation. And I want to buy 1,000. I have a dream one day of running a business and actually owning a shop. But this does not help that dream. It's a bit like when you get a government gift certificate, and it costs £100. And it says... This is a government gift certificate, and you must keep it. It's like saying, well, you are required to provide us with proof that you're over 18. Are you sure you want to? Because the government gives out gift certificates for everything. It could be for science, it could be for anything. So I am going to offer a toast to the export of Tom Scott to the world for £10,000 to the United Kingdom. All, everybody say it with me together. We have a special offer for you. If you can get the word out. Can I just pour this on my head? There's nothing left in it. This has been a day. I can't stop. Yeah, Mark is writing some feedback about missing the coding challenge days, and I would have to agree with that. This would be a good prompt. God, Tom rarely swears in the main videos, but citation. All right, let's say this is a. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, people. We'll do one more. I'm trying to see if I can get a reasonable script that I can read. Oh, this is pretty good. All right, we've got a great one here. All right, everybody. Now, what music would go well with this? All right, here we go, everybody. Ready? Tom Scott robot video rehearsal script number 1. And I don't think the 80s music has anything to do with Tom Scott, but this is a modern American city. Yes, there are tons of pretty city centers in America, but this is a modern, western, modern suburb. So while America has pretty well-scaled cities, it's not always the case here. If you're American, you may notice that a city on the scale of Bruges is not the same as a city scale of Los Angeles. Both are a big metropolis, but the scale here is a bit different. I'd like to think that I've got some sort of international passport here, so I'm allowed to take a trip to the warm, sun-baked heart of Britain. But the best advice is just to ignore me, because unless you're a tourist, this is a European city. So which way will we go? Map out a map? Maybe it's better this way. Follow the arrow! That's what I always say. That's my catchphrase here on Robot Tom Scott Video Script Generating. Follow the arrow. By the way, I cannot wink with my right eye. My family, my kids think this is hilarious. I will now show you. Winking with my left eye. Winking with my right eye. Cannot do it. All right. I'm going to copy paste this one. This one is a good one. We're going to save it. And I should probably end on this note, but I just can't resist. Did I have lunch, Dan? No. I did not have lunch. Simon is suggesting some music to me. This is a good one, too. This is a quick video that I made using this very camera. There's a lot of practical things to learn in this video, but if you want to step outside the box and test out some useful things, then yes, this is the video for you. Enjoy. Okay, everyone. I think we're going to wrap this up here. I will continue to generate these, and maybe if I get something good, maybe I will actually fill out the Tom Scott guest video. I think I'm not going to. I think this was it for today. Somehow I thought, this was my thinking, I'm going to use Runway in my class next week. Let me play around with it a little bit on Saturday. And then I'm doing kind of like my class prep, and I'm doubling up and everything. But I don't know, this went a little bit off the rails. And so, there we go. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'll read you. I'll say goodbye as my prompt. And as the song plays, I might be able to answer some questions in the chat. I should submit the form. Should submit the form. Okay, let's... Bean Dream says, I learned a lot of practical things in this video, so I'm glad to hear that. I'm generating some scripts, Tom Scott scripts that say goodbye. I like to use my old-timey voice. The time is 1:15 p.m. And for some reason, the model is not responding to me right now. But I'm hoping it will before this song ends. It's got 1 minute and 57 seconds left. When will we see you again? So, this is actually a pretty funny one. I'm going to read this one to you. It's really great. But when will you see me again? So first of all, I'm having a problem where I am just not doing a good job of keeping up with things that I'm working on in all sort of realms. I think I'm trying to do too many things. But you will see there are 4 videos now that are edited and ready to go. There's a Discord bot tutorial series. There's actually a coding challenge video, which I think is pretty interesting. That hopefully I'll get to release soon. But I will be back next Saturday is Halloween. All right, we're definitely doing a Halloween special. All right, I will redeem myself next week with some fun Halloween themed coding challenge. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye to you from my robot Tom Scott AI, and here we go. Goodbye, kitty. Meg honk, piggy honk. Sorry. Are those after the cowbells? Piggy honk Sally, piggy honk Matt, woo, ugh. Which one of you is pronouncing the cowbell? Sheep. It's correct. It's get ready for a storm there, oh? There are people here who think this is the word for cow. I think there's 2 different pronunciations. They're both correct. I would have thought it was fess or tee-hee-ha, but either way, it's not the cowbell. Got a point, Sally. Wow, goodbye. You're the wrong round end of the bell bracket. In fact, you're halfway through. You're halfway down the screen. You look great. I really am. I was genuinely worried you'd miss it. Did you win something this year? Nothing. Nothing at all. Thank you very much. We've had no customers for like 3 days, and the product of judging, the handing over of the crown. Oh no, he has stolen it. You're in the wrong. This is the best. It's made entirely from flour. Oh, it is. Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, it is. No. 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 It. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this time with me on the coding train. I will be... Ethan writes, I don't know, why, what, I am confused. This is the part of the coding train where I say goodbye in my old-timey voice with my old-timey song. Gotta work on my old-timey voice. And I will offer you this one parting thought, which is this random number. I hope you take this random number with you today and you pass it along to a friend of yours. Today, we finish with our random number, 91,641. Goodbye, everybody! As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot. My mic is still on. Bean Dream says this was a great stream. Sachi says loved it. I don't understand. Really? By the way, I'll show you the rest of this shirt. I wore this shirt for like a month before I realized it says, or is it? This shirt is from, what does it say on the back here? I think this is a Vsauce shirt. Does this slap? Is that what I say? Is a bop? It slaps, right? I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I definitely am not allowed to say that. I can't say goodbye. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. I'm gonna say once again, here we go, sing it with me. It's the polar Cartesian coordinate song. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. Renez says you wore the t-shirt for a month. No. I was not wearing the t-shirt for a month. I was wearing it like once a week for months, or a month. I don't know. I was wearing it on a regular schedule, washing it in between each time, but I never noticed it had words on it. And then at some point, I think it was actually my son who said, or maybe my daughter, I feel like one of my children pointed it out to me. I was like, what? There's a message on there? And now I can't unsee it, of course. Just to explain. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinates. By the way, this is my favorite one to play. And rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? I've really got to go.
Yes, kittens. Thank you very much. Kittens and rainbows and cupcakes. Notice that. Look what I get. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's do it.
This is the best one to dance with. Dance to.
I feel just sort of like a nice feeling of relaxation. Everything's gonna be okay today. Stream is not broken, it has not frozen. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm really getting to something. I need my sound effect.
Yeah, Kappa asked a great question. I don't have a good system. I definitely keep... Well, it's just so loud in my ear. I don't know if you can hear me over the music, but it's so loud. I don't have a good system for storing a lot of this for like code that I do in the live stream, but just ask in the comments if there's anything in particular you're looking for. I will try to get the code from today up somewhere that you could download. It wasn't actually, to be honest, very much code. Well, I guess the code for like getting all the captions and parsing them, that could be useful, especially if I want to try to do that in my own video.
Okay, we're gonna do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens, 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 kittens and kittens and kittens and До свидания.
Bye everyone. See you next time.